Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. Today I've got another Gilmore Girls video for you. We're making Taylor and Kirk, and in case you didn't know, I've got absolutely loads of Gilmore Girls videos on my channel, and that is because I'm currently working on a save file, or a Stars Hollow save file. The file should be based mainly in Newcrest, maybe with a few extra households here and there. And I'm planning on filling up every lot in Newcrest with builds related to the show and obviously characters related to the show. So I've currently got the two main girls, Luke and Jess, and obviously here I'm making Kirk and Taylor, and I've also got the girls' house, Luke's diner, and I've just released a video making Miss Patty's dance studio alongside the gazebo and the church in the same lot. And yeah, you guys were so lovely and gave so much lovely feedback from my last video where I mentioned possibly doing Emily and Richard's house, even though they don't live in Stars Hollow, because I wasn't sure whether their house would fit in a lot in Stars Hollow. And you guys were really responsive, and you basically all said that you wanted me to do their house even if that's the case. So I'll probably end up doing a poll on which worlds they should live in, but I will add their build or add their house and add it to a separate world probably. And I'll probably do Logan as well and other characters like that. Maybe Chris, he's another one that doesn't necessarily live in Stars Hollow. And maybe, well, if I go to town, I might do all of the girls' love interests, but we'll see how much time there is, how much energy it takes up. But yeah, I'd love to do that. In terms of Taylor and Kirk then, I gave Taylor the aspiration of being a Renaissance sim because I figured that he loves to do a little bit of everything in the show. He has so many projects going on at once. He's town selectman, I think they call it, which means he loves to having control of everything that goes on in the town, making everything historical and organising loads of festivals and things like that. But he also has his own market and he has a little soda shop next to Luke's. So I figured that would suit him, the fact that he just likes doing everything and controlling everything, as well as I gave him the traits ambitious and a perfectionist, so I think that ties in. And I also gave him the self-absorbed trait because I was thinking of his arguments with Luke, basically, where he is always really stubborn about things that suit him but not necessarily the people around him, so he's always winding up Luke because he's not really thought of others. And that outfit you just saw, him in his grey hoodie, that was his athletic wear, and I was actually thinking of that time where he was hiding from Lorelai at a festival. You know, I don't know if you know what I'm thinking of, but he's wearing like a really weird hoodie. Oh no, I don't think it was a festival. I think it was actually outside the market, but I think it might have been both. But I think it was because he was away during one of the festivals and he wanted to spy on people, or he was supposed to be away but then ended up coming back early for some reason, and he wanted to spy on them and make sure that everything was done to his standards. So he was in a disguise and he had like a grey hoodie with his hood up. So I just thought, he's definitely got that in his wardrobe then, so I'll give it to him for his active wear. And also you may have he's got his Hawaiian shirt on now. I think I've definitely seen him in a Hawaiian shirt, so I gave him that for summer. But I also tried to give him like a really funky waistcoat or jacket, you know, the one he wears for his soda shop, because I figured he definitely whacked that out at a party. But I had a look and they didn't really have anything that looked like reminiscent of it, so I gave up. But maybe I'll have a look in CC or something like that when I come to put the save file together and sort it out for you. I don't know. I'll end up having to probably make like links to all the CC I use, because I definitely do use CC hair for Lorelai and eyelashes. I use a lot of eyelashes. So yeah. By the way, I think everything that I've made for this save file is currently on the gallery. So if you want to check that out, my ID is PrinsassJasmine, no space. But I've got that written everywhere, like on my Twitter and basically on every video description I have, so it'll be easy to find. And if you probably will have to turn on the little tick for include custom content, because I do use a lot of it in my sims, but not in my builds, so they should be okay. I think I got quite lucky with Kirk and Taylor in terms of the base sim that I was given, because they both were quite similar to the characters, and I didn't even randomise them, they popped up. So yeah, I got quite lucky with them, because Kirk, oh my god, he's so unique looking. I was so nervous about making him because it could have just gone so badly wrong, but I think he turned out okay, so let me know what you think. But in terms of traits, I gave him the wealthy aspiration, because he's always got so many different jobs on the go, and I figured, I think he does, you know, when he buys or he tries to buy the house that Luke wants, I can't remember what it's called, but they turn it into the museum, don't they? And then Luke ends up selling it, but he ends up he lives at home with his mum still, and he's God knows how old, but yeah, he's got loads of savings just because he's had like 1 million jobs. This is a bit of a joke in the programme. So I gave him the wealthy aspiration, and I also gave him the traits unflirty, geek and childish, because he is a little bit of a child at times in the show, and he doesn't have a girlfriend for absolutely ages, and I don't know if that's necessarily because he's unflirty, but I think he's just a bit incapable of flirting with people, or incapable even, so so that's why I gave him that. And in terms of geek, I don't know, there wasn't really one. I feel like this is going to offend fellow geeks, but there wasn't really a trait that described someone who's just not necessarily a loner, but is just a bit of a loser. Because that's Kirk. He is a bit of a loser, and a weirdo. But he's not necessarily a geek. It's just the closest thing I could come, like socially awkward, and geek was the closest thing to that. I was originally planning on including Miss Patty in this video, but and I did record me doing her, but I just wasn't happy with how she turned out whatsoever. I'll probably end up saving her for when Nifty Knitting comes out, because they've released a hair that looks just like hers, and I think it will suit her a lot better and make her look a little bit better than she was looking, because she was not looking good, guys. So you might be waiting a bit of time for her, and I think that hair will also suit like Emily and quite a few other characters actually in the programme, so hopefully that turns out okay. In terms of my next build in the series, I'll probably end up doing Taylor's soda shop or his market or something to do with him, because obviously I've made him, so I want to be able to put him somewhere and record him doing his thing. It's coming along nicely, I think. So we've got a few more characters and a few more places, and it's starting to take shape. But we're coming to the end of the video now, so I hope you liked watching. I hope you think Kirk and Taylor look like the characters. And if you liked it, please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. So thank you. Bye.